prepared to do whatever we can to get you to put down that. What happened?
He just shot out your monitor.
I'm sorry, but you have to understand how delicate of a situation this is.
Don't talk to me about delicate situations. You have got to wake up and do the math here because it is not adding up to me either. Sorry, what do you mean?
A tense look at the new financial thriller Money Monster. It's directed by Jodie Foster, who you likely know better as an actor than a director, so you might not realize Money Monster is actually her fourth feature. And for the new financial-minded film, she recruited George Clooney and Julia Roberts. So it's got some star power, but does Money Monster have bang for the buck? Eli's here with his review, so let's start at the top. So where does the story begin?
And I know it's a very enticing package. Jodie Foster, Julia Roberts, George Clooney. I will, a word of caution, let's look at the screenwriters. Those who gave us movies like Rush Hour and Dear John. All right, so George Clooney plays Lee Gates, the host of a daily stock market show called Money Monster. He entertains Wall Street wannabes with his mix of stock market tips and shtick, mostly shtick. Take a look at Lee in action.
Here he is, the Wizard of Wall Street himself.
The name is Lee Gates. The show is Money Monster. Without risk, there is no reward. Should I sell? Should I unload? Get some balls! Man up!
Who's that guy on camera 2?
You want to complain about it? Go ahead.
Who is it? Anybody know?
Was this a union thing?
Cut the feed.
Whoever's in there, turn the cameras on.
So there you go. In the first of one of many unbelievable moments, Kyle, a working stiff, sneaks onto set with a gun and a suicide vest, interrupting the broadcast, forcing Lee to put on the vest, and somehow keeps the cameras rolling. Jack O'Connell, a fantastic English actor, is trapped behind a Brooklyn accent that makes Andrew Dice Clay sound like Mary Poppins as Kyle, and he's holding Lee hostage, threatening to blow him and the entire crew up unless Lee can get the CEO of Ibis, there he was there, Dominic West, a company that Lee recommended on air, to come back on air and explain how a glitch made $800 million go poof.
So this is just the latest of a string of financially focused films coming out of Hollywood. The Big Short, amazing, phenomenal. So how does Money Monster compare?
You know, it's interesting. There's always that lag between kind of the zeitgeist and the America, Canada reacting to what happened in 2008, the economic collapse, and series like Billions, Wolf of Wall Street, Margin Call, it could even go back to. And that's part of what I think this movie is promising, that idea of retribution, of accountability, of Kyle yelling at the camera and saying, they're all criminals. The system is fixed. But then the movie awkwardly shifts tone as Patty, the Wonder producer, played by Julia Roberts, decides to try and get Kyle some answers. Soon Lee Gates is morphing into a cable news Columbo, George Clooney's character, using the power of the network to investigate the real source of the mysterious glitch. Even Ibis's corporate communications officer suddenly manifests moral virtue and goes from spinning talking points to snooping on her boss's phone. I'd say Julia Roberts is the only one who escapes this dumpster fire film with her dignity intact. Clooney, as you see there, is woefully miscast. He's trying to come off as a Jim Cramer kind of character, the real-life host of the CNBC show Mad Money, but the Clooney charm is working against him. He's unconvincing as a callow heel. It's just a matter of time before he arrives in the George Clooney comfort zone. It's like a Wall Street Ebenezer Scrooge who has suddenly seen the light. And then there's Jodie Foster. So what does she, as a director, bring to the equation? Maybe the awkward comedic shifts in tone. I couldn't tell if the audience was laughing with the film or at it. A live TV broadcast that's about as convincing as an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati, or the convenient storytelling. How will we uncover this tale of corporate malfeasance? I know, call the hackers. And that's what Patty, the producer, does. She calls two dudes who live in Reykjavik and are probably named Plot and Device. But the biggest con of this movie is the message. Instead of informing us or providing insight or even a little bit of network-style, I'm mad as hell, righteous venting of anger, Money Monster pins the entire problem on one corporate weasel. Dominic West sleepwalking through a role as a villain who is so transparent, the only thing he's missing is a top hat and a mustache to twist in a menacing fashion. So
you loved it.
I loved it. I loved hating it. 1.5 out of 5 people. I know Clooney is handsome and Julia is lovely, but you know, go watch Ocean's 11. Go watch George Clooney in Out of Sight. Go see Dominic West in The Wire, I guess. Go watch Jack O'Connell in Starred Up, a harrowing prison drama. Basically, go watch anything but this.
I feel like a cat with warm milk. I just love it when you hate the movies. Thank you, Eli.
You're welcome.